I'm gonna try to make these videos as fast as possible, but I'm gonna explain to you why time is more important than money. See, the world would like to make you think money is more valuable than time, but I'm gonna tell you why time is more valuable than money. When you go to a job, a 9 to 5, what are they paying you for? They're paying you for your time. Second, they're paying you for your skills. Skills take time to learn. The more time you put into a skill, the more it's more valuable. That's why a lot of people decide to work for themselves, especially in something that they're very skillful at. Is they put the time in to learn the skill, and people pay for you to use that skill. So they're paying for your time. When you go to a job, they pay for your time. In exchange for money, they pay for your time. But a lot of people don't know they could get way more money if they just value their time a little better. Another thing, when you commit a crime, what's the first thing they do? They take away your time. They take away your time. Now, don't commit crimes, but I'm just saying, when you commit a crime, you commit an offense, and you stand before the judge, and you're found guilty of said crime, what is the judge, he or she is going to do? He or she is going to take away your time, whether that's 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever, life, that's all your time. The reason that is because time is something you can never get back. You can never get it back. You can make $1 million and spend $1 million in the same day, but you could spend 1 second and you can never get that second back. That's why attention is so popular. That's why attention is more valuable than money on social media. You watching this video, you're giving me your time. You're giving me your time. You're giving me something you can never get back. Me making this video, I'm using my time. I'm using my time to make this video something I can never get back. They social media find a way to turn time and watch hours and audience and attention into currency. So the more time you give somebody is actually you paying them. You're paying them in your time, if that makes any sense. So the next time you watch your favorite creator or your favorite TV show or whatever on social media or TV or whatever, or watch your favorite movie, you're giving up something to that creator or movie that you can never get back. That's why it's good to be mindful of the time you use. Be mindful of your time. Be mindful of what you spend your time on. Because what you spend your time on could really cost you. It could cost you. That's why it's not good to procrastinate, because in a way, if you have an objective to do, and instead of just doing it and you're putting it off, you're basically saying it's not worth your time. It's not worth your time. And you don't feel like doing it. You don't feel like wasting any time on it. But I'm just trying to drill into you guys' head why time is more valuable than money. Everything that's out in the world, the buildings, architecture, everyday items you use. Yes, money was involved to create these things, but none of these things can be created overnight. I don't care if you have $1 trillion. You cannot build a skyscraper overnight. You cannot. There's some things you can't build overnight. And no matter how much money you have, it's still going to take time. You might be able to do it faster. With money, you may be able to do stuff a little faster, but it's still going to take time. Your car break down and your tire need to change. Yes, you might have to go buy a tire or pay someone to put a tire on if you don't know how to do it yourself, and that's going to take time. You could give them $1 million. It's still not going to happen in a snap of a finger because it's going to take time. Everything takes time. Yes, but now think about it. You could pay someone for their time, or you could learn the skill yourself and use your own time. So time is a funny thing. Time is a funny thing that people don't really check for until later on in life. Because during your early stages of life, everything is money, 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 money. But you're exchanging your time for money. That's why people want to follow their dreams. That's why people want to be successful, because they don't want to be successful because they want all the money in the world. Not everybody wants to be, Jeff Bezos and be billionaires, and it's not possible for everybody to be a billionaire. But the thing is, once you achieve financial freedom, you essentially buy your time back. You essentially own your time. You own your time. You could wake up, you could do whatever you want. You could go to sleep whenever you want. You could do whatever you want. It's your time. You're free to do whatever. You're basically free. The shackles are off. The shackles are off. So in prison, they lock your body inside time. Your body, you're physically trapped inside time. But in the free world, you're mentally trapped in here, and you have to escape from here. In prison, you escape. Your body's locked up, and you can't. Your body can't escape. But inside prison, they can't lock your mind up. See, in prison, you got all the time in the world. You don't got no bills. You don't got this. You don't got that. You don't got to worry about groceries. You got all the time in the world. So what a lot of people do in prison, they cultivate their mind. They cultivate their mind, and they get to this position in their life where you lock my body up, but my mind is free. That's why people in prison are so creative. People in prison are so creative. They'll make some shit. They'll make some shit that you will never see before. They'll make some shit that if they brought it to the free world, they will be millionaires. But out in the free world, they never had time. They never had the time, or never decided to use the time, because they're so busy chasing after material items and so busy chasing after whatever they was chasing, that they didn't really use their time wisely to put their mind or time to a great use. See, now we out here. Now, the goal for everybody is to try buy their time back. Nobody wants to work for somebody for the rest of their life, exchanging their time for pennies, especially if you get paid by the hour. Imagine you getting paid whatever your payment is. Whatever you get paid by the hour, maybe $10 an hour, $11 an hour, $20 an hour, $8 an hour, $9 an hour, whatever your salary is by the hour. Think to yourself, is my time something I can never get back? Time, something that created the universe. Time, something that is man-made. Time, that's something we're moving through space and time. Time, something that you can never go back to. Time where you have something that your loved one is not here no more, and you can never go back in time to see them or speak to them ever again. Is my time worth that chump change you're paying me to be here to build up your dream and build up your wealth? Is my time worth that? I'm gonna just use $10 for example. Imagine your salary is $10 an hour. It might be more, it might be less, just depending on where you're from, the country you're from, whatever it might. But I'm gonna just use $10 for example. Take $10 out your pocket. Take $10 out your pocket and put it on the table, and look at that $10. And I want you to say, is that $10 worth my time? Something I can never get back. Now that $10, you could spend $10 and you could get $10 back. You could earn and spend $10 your whole life. They're never running out of $10. But your time is something you will never get back. Never get back, no matter how much you try. So ask yourself, is my time worth whatever they're paying me? And now, if you say yes, then hey, congratulations. Hey, do your thing. Whatever makes you happy. If you're comfortable, then hey, I'm not. Nobody trying to change how you feel. Okay, how you feel is how you feel. But if you're not comfortable with that, and you say my time is not worth that, now I'm not saying to go get up and just quit your job and act like life is a fairy tale. No, you need money to survive. You need money to, do things. You need money. Money is freedom. Money, you need, but enough of money you can buy your time back. But they only give you enough that you don't really can't buy your time back, because you have bills and this and that and that. So you got to come back and get more. They never give you enough where you could be set for free. You're never going to be set for life working for somebody else. You're never going to be set for life. I'm sorry to tell you. So the thing is, while you're on the job working, you work, you find a way to use your time and use your mind to cultivate an idea where you can, use the capital to give yourself a better opportunity at buying your freedom back. But yeah, time works in many, many ways. You can use relationships, When you start a relationship, what is time doing? Your time, you know, you find your significant other, you spend time together. Everything is doing time. When you go on a date, yes, you spend money, but what else you also spending? You're spending time together. When you get married, what are you doing? You're saying you're spending the rest of your life together. That means you're spending the rest of your time together in union. Now, people might think, well, money is more important in relationships. And it is important in relationships. I'm not gonna lie, you can't pay the bills with time, but you have to know how to have a balance. You have to have a balance, okay? So imagine this. Imagine, I don't know if you guys ever heard about stories of, you know, wives of millionaires end up, cheating on their wives. I mean, wives of millionaires, the wives end up cheating on the husband, the millionaire, with the pool boy or something, some crazy story like that. They end up cheating with someone with less money than the husband who has all the money and the riches, who could buy all the gifts and extravagant trips and everything. But you ever wonder why they decided to mess with someone who makes less money than their husband? Because the guy who makes less money has more time for them. The husband he's so busy making all the money, he never has time for the wife. But the husband thinks, well, I have money and I'm paying all the bills and I'm buying her gifts. But if you're never there to spend time with her, what is the meaning of gifts? What's the meaning of gifts? What's the meaning? That's like having a family. That's like having a family and you're not there for your children, there all the time wise, but financially you're there all the time. Financially, you could buy your children gifts, clothes, shoes, but time wise, you're never there. Your children are going to grow up and still resent you. They're going to still resent you. They can realize it was never about the money. You could look this stuff up. You could look this stuff up. That's why people think time. That's why people think money buys happiness. Money buys comfortability. Happiness is something that's within. You cannot buy that. You cannot buy that. You cannot buy that. That's something within. That's something you have to work in internally. But yeah, you go look it up. Time is more valuable than money. I don't know how many ways I can explain it, but I think y'all get the picture. Y'all get the point. Time is more valuable than money. At the end of the day, we need money to survive. But at the end of the day, you have to find a balance in any situation in your life, a career, family, relationship. Even if you're locked up, you have to find a balance. You have to find a balance. Time could change all. Time heals and time cultivate. You're going through a breakup, time can heal that. You're going through a divorce, time can heal that. Or it'll be day one of the breakup, and you'll be like, dang, I can't do it. I can't live without you. Like I can't make it. I can't do it. Then 5 years later, which is time that passed, you're like, you don't even cross your mind no more. You done started a new relationship. You met the person who you feel like you're meant to be with. And if you were still stressing over the last person, the ex, you wouldn't be able to find this person. Or if you were to do something crazy, you wouldn't be able to find this person. So time heals all. Time heals everything. So time is one of those crazy things in life. It's one of those crazy things in life that like you'll never truly understand or never truly appreciate until you get older. Until you get older, watch any video you see here online, and people, in their 80s, 90s, later on in life, closer to, kicking the bucket. And there's a lot of things they'll tell you, and everything they'll tell you that they regret. When I was younger, I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I wish I did that. Keyword, when I was younger. What does that mean when I was younger? That means when I had the time back in the day, which is time they will never get back. They already know in their head they can never get it back. They're 90 years old, they'll never go back to being 20. When they was 20, 30, 40, or whatever age, that they can never get back, they're saying they didn't use their time.